Good afternoon. It's afternoon here in the Vancouver area. Today I'm experimenting with the meditation headband, Muse meditation band. Actually, let me take it off. I thought of doing a little bit of meditating today. So this is helping me to learn to meditate better. If you are not aware of such devices, they are made out of a number of sensors. So sensor here beyond the ear, behind the ears, and sensor on the forehead. And these sensors are picking up the electrical signals generated by the brain during its normal activity, and the software and the filters in the software process those signals and the noises and the muscles movement. Let's say if you have your eyelids moving or your eyes moving, those are caused by the electrical signals generated by the brain sending to these little muscles that move the eyelids and eyes and whatever facial expressions. And those electrical signals are useless for the software, so they are considered as noise. And the software knows which are the right brain waves because is being programmed to recognize the frequencies of the electrical signals generated by the brain and give those signals an interpretation. So you have alpha, beta, theta, whatever, delta, whatever brain waves the this band is picking up, and it tells you in the software how was your meditation. And I bought this tool about 2 years ago, and I bought a version that can connect to the computer. So this one can connect to the computer and to the Android app. But you can get a version that is not easily connecting to the computer because the way the hardware is built. And the newer version has other extra sensors on it, not to pick up the brain waves, but sense the motion of your head and so sort of a gyroscopes and stuff. I don't know how useful the newer one are, but if you can learn to meditate with the old one, that I think it's sufficient. And the reason I'm recording the video today is that I got to experiment to a feeling, and I'll describe what it is. So people who have hard time to stay focused or stay into the meditative state are because they are tempted to get out of the meditating state. So there are thoughts that come to the mind, and happen to me all the times. Thoughts that come to the mind that are more appealing to process, and they call it a monkey mind. When you get some extra ideas, thoughts, or even triggered by your emotions, your feelings at the time, you trigger some memories or anything that makes you want to jump into processing of that thought. Let's say you hear a little noise in a room and now you are distracted and you want to process what happens. And control freaks have hard time to meditate because they want to know what happens, what's going on all the times. So along the way in our life, we learn how to act and react to events around us, and it takes time to learn things and take time to unlearn things or forget things. So you build those neuromotor connections and brain connections and memories that makes you act and feel a certain way. So let's say the way you learn to ride a bike, it's a skill that you repeat every time you ride that bike. Some people ride the bike in certain way, other people ride it different way, and or the way you learn to ski, learn to love people, learn to eat. So all those are learning processes. The same thing, processing the thoughts. And if you learn to be a control freak and you want to know everything about people around you, events around you, and you want to stay in control, you want to know what happens in the news, because it happened to me before. I I wanted to know what's on the news every day. Every morning at 7:30, I was on an automatic pilot, turning my radio to the news station, and I was listening the 5 minutes news. And because that gave me an emotion, so I learned that emotion that gives me a good feeling. Otherwise, if that emotion is give me a bad feeling or some scary feeling or something that I don't like, I would not tune into that station. The same with thoughts. If you tune into those thoughts, you do because they give you an emotion. Could be curiosity, could be a good feeling, could be a state of mind that makes you feel a certain way that you like. So that's why you're tempted to process those thoughts. But how about when you get into a meditative state or a kind of a quiet mind state, you associate a feeling, an emotion to that state. You think, I love it. I want more of that. And it takes some time to learn it, to learn this process, the meditative state or the quiet mind state with a love, a good feeling, and think how is to fall in love with someone. It's an emotion, right? And now you take that emotion, so you think of the love emotion when you are in love with someone, take the love emotion and associate it with a meditation, with that state of mind. But you have to recognize which is that state of mind. And this type of meditation band can help those who cannot settle the mind. So it's kind of a tool in your tool bag when you go hunting, when you go fishing or something. If you have extra toys and tools in your tool bag or truck, it makes your adventure easier and safer. So same thing with meditation. If you have a little toy around that helps you in your journey, like there are meditation techniques that are better and easier than others, can get you to the same result, but if you can get there easier and faster, why not? Why not use it? And yeah, so that's the trick of the day. Fall in love and learn to fall in love with that feeling of meditation. Then, when a thought comes to mind, trying to bug you, so the monkey mind is trying to bug you a little bit, then you think, I'm in love with the meditative state. I don't like this thought that much. Even the thought is tempting because your old habits, your mind makes you want to go back to that attitude of being curious because it gives you a feeling, a curiosity or a pleasure or whatever state of mind that you used to like. And you still like it. But you have to make this love for the meditation feeling more intense. And the brain has to pick, what would you like? Would you like something that's not really significant, that gives you some good feeling, good pleasurable feeling, or some state of mind that you like? Or to go to the love for the feeling you just learned? And the more you practice, the more intense the love is going to be, until hopefully it's not going to be like a marriage when the feeling is good, the love is good up to certain point, then it start decreasing, because how much you can get out of certain emotions. The brain always need a challenge. So, but this is a good start. So, feel in love with what you do. Feel in love with meditative state, the peace of mind, the quietness, the sweet sensation of nothingness. Okay, and that might help you. So, trick of the day. Take care. Bye bye.